Assalamu alaikum, dear students. The target for today is end of the term, lesson number 4, written by David Decius. I hope that you might have done your pre-reading activity. This lesson is actually about the academic world, school life especially, and the feeling of a schoolboy getting up early in the morning, getting ready for school, going to the school, doing the home classwork, coming back to school, and always waiting for a holiday. We will start now. I believe a school teacher wrote a book some years ago with the title Friday, Thank God. The phrase expresses perfectly my attitude to the arrival of the weekend during term time when I was a schoolboy. Friday, thank God. Here, Friday means holiday. The writer is telling us that once a writer wrote some years ago book on the gratitude of a student for a holiday. David Decius says that he was very happy on the arrival of a holiday when he was a schoolboy. The daily grind of school, with its abundant homework, its fierce competition, the sense of never being able to relax, pressed heavily upon me in spite of the fact that I often enjoyed the actual classroom work. Waking up in the morning with the knowledge that one simply had to get out of bed, but there was no possibility of turning over for an extra dose. And seeing the hours of school stretching ahead was a dismal experience, especially on a Monday. We had a maid once who would climb each morning with grim steps up to the attic floor where Lionel, I slept in one bedroom and my sister Sylvia in another, and announce in deep funeral tones, Lionel, Sylvia, David, time. I used to lie waiting for the ominous tread on the uncarpeted attic stairs, and the voice it heralded sounded in my ears like a summons to damnation. The anticipation was always worse than the reality. I don't remember ever being specially unhappy in class, but the oppressive weight of the knowledge of a full day's school ahead remained a characteristic sensation of my childhood and disappeared only after I had left school and entered the university, where the smaller number of classes to be attended and the freedom of the student to come and go meant a completely new kind of academic world. To wake up on a Thursday morning to feel the end of the week already lying ahead. Friday morning was positively rose-colored, very beautiful. The last period, as each of our lesson was called on a Friday, whatever the subject, had its special happy flavor of the end of the week. And one walked home from school on a Friday afternoon, however much homework had been assigned for the Monday, with the tread of an escaped prisoner. Tread means walk. Friday night, with 2 solid days before school again, was the best night of the week. Saturday night, with still a whole day between it and Monday, was pleasant in a quite different way. Sunday night was full of the threat of Monday morning. जी, क्या बताया गया है इस फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ में? हमें राइटर बताता है कि जब वो स्कूल में पढ़ने वाला एक बच्चा था तो उसे हमेशा छुट्टियों का इंतज़ार रहता था। सुबह सुबह जब मेड उनको जगाने के लिए घर के ऊपर वाले पोर्शन में आया करती तो यूँ लगता जैसे कि वो जहन्नुम की तरफ बुलावा देने आई हो। अगरचे के राइटर कहता है कि मैं कभी भी अनहैप्पी नहीं रहा स्कूल में, लेकिन स्ट्रेचिंग आवर्स, थका देने वाला वक्त स्कूल का, اور ہر وقت کمپٹیشن باقی اسٹوڈنٹس کے ساتھ، اور یہ سینسیشن کہ پورا دن ریلیکس ہونے کا ٹائم نہیں ملے گا، یہ سارے کے سارے اسے اسکول سے کچھ بیزار کر دیتے، حالانکہ اسے اسکول ورک بہت اچھا لگا کرتا تھا۔ اور جب چھٹیاں ہوتی دو، سیٹرڈے اور سنڈے کی، اس سے پہلے جو آخری پیریڈ ہوتا وہ بہت ہی اچھا لگتا کہ اس کے بعد پورے 2 دن کی چھٹیاں ہوتی، اور پھر اس کے بعد سیٹرڈے نائٹ بھی اچھی ہوتی، سیٹرڈے کا دن بھی اچھا ہوتا کہ ابھی ایک پوری چھٹی باقی ہوتی، لیکن سنڈے کی رات جو ہے وہ بہت ڈراؤنی دکھائی دیتی کہ اس کے بعد اگلے دن اسکول جانا ہوتا۔ Sometimes there were unexpected respites. Respites mean چھٹیاں. Breaks, a half holiday to let us attend a football match which some unforeseen circumstances had caused to be cancelled the preceding Sunday, or the sudden dismissal of school an hour or two before the usual time because of some unexpected crisis or celebration. But these were few and far between. Once a term we had the annual midterm holiday, a Monday off, which made a luxuriously long weekend, but it seemed to go just as fast as ordinary weekends. And occasionally in winter, if there had been a continuous hard frost for some days, we would get a whole day's skating holiday. These were blessed breaks in routine, but not of course comparable to the holidays we got at Christmas and Easter. 3 weeks each in my earlier school days, later tragically reduced to a fortnight, and then, if my recollection of loss is not misleading me, to a mere 10 days. Yes, in this paragraph we are told that apart from the regular 2 days holidays in 1 week, there were some unexpected holidays. A half holiday or to attend some match, or some holiday due to some unexpected crisis or celebration. یعنی ایک تو ہفتے میں جو 2 چھٹیاں ہوتی، ان کے علاوہ کبھی کبھار کسی فنکشن کی سیلیبریشن کے لیے یا کسی کرائسس کی وجہ سے کبھی کبھار آدھا دن کی چھٹی غیر متوقع طور پر ہو جاتی، اور جب بہت سردیوں میں برف باری ہوتی تو 1 دن کی چھٹی اسکیٹنگ کے لیے ملا کرتی۔ لیکن یہ سب چھٹیاں اس کے خیال میں، ان سب چھٹیوں کا اصل چھٹیوں سے کوئی مقابلہ نہیں تھا۔ اصل چھٹیاں کون سی ہیں رائٹر کے خیال میں؟ دیٹ ور دا سمر ہالیڈیز. The 2 months vacation we got in the summer time, and it was these months towards which the whole year moved. یعنی اس اسٹوڈنٹ کے خیال میں سارے کا سارا سال جو ہے وہ انہی چھٹیوں کا انتظار رکھتا ہے۔ 2 months seemed a long time in those days. Indeed, I used to have the feeling that for all practical purposes I could look forward to a period of permanent felicity. I would walk home across the meadows in the July sunshine, wearing my summer clothes of grey cricket shirt, grey shorts and red western blazer, and savor my happiness with conscious relish. I could hardly believe that 3 strenuous school terms had indeed rolled away, and the longed for, dreamed of, almost, it seemed at times, mythical summer holidays were at hand, unspoiled as yet, lying intact and promising just ahead. It all seemed too good to be true, which didn't come true in this life. I knew that, and all my early childhood, I longed desperately for a tricycle, which my parents could never afford. And later, the wish was transferred to a bicycle, and there too I was permanently disappointed. I bought my first bicycle for myself when I was 21 with prize money I had won at Edinburgh University. How often had I stood outside sweet shops with empty pockets, longing for a penny or two to materialize somehow, or hung on the outskirts of a crowd around an ice cream barrel, wondering whether the ice cream man would be miraculously inspired to offer me a cornet or a slider free. These things never happened. The few pence a week pocket money we received was to be put into a money box and saved. And during our early childhood, Lionel, Sylvia, and I never had anything to spend for ourselves. Yet summer and the summer holidays did come. The school year did come to an end, and one did feel oneself at last standing by the trunks and suitcases outside number 6 Millerfield Place, waiting for the taxi, glorious vehicle that was to convey the family and its luggage to the railway station. जी, क्या बताता है राइटर हमें इस पैराग्राफ में कि आखिरकार वो वक्त आ जाता जब स्कूल का टर्म ख़त्म हो जाता. टर्म से मुराद एक स्पेसिफिक पीरियड ऑफ स्टडी, और उसके बाद 2 months हॉलीडेज़, समर वेकेशन आ जाते. ये समर वेकेशन यूँ लगता कि जैसे इतनी अच्छी लगती, यूँ लगता कि गोया इनका आना एक ख्वाब है. और समर वेकेशन में वो सब बच्चे अपने अपनी फैमिली के साथ प्लेजेंट इलाकों में अपनी समर वेकेशन को स्पेंड करने के लिए रेलवे स्टेशन या टैक्सी स्टैंड जाने के इंतज़ार में वहाँ बड़ी खुशी खुशी खड़े होते. इस पैराग्राफ में राइटर ये थीसिस भी प्रेजेंट करता है कि ज़िंदगी में हर वक्त हर ख्वाहिश पूरी नहीं होती है. इंसान की लिमिटेशंस हैं, उसको अपनी ख्वाहिशात पे काबू रखना पड़ता है. उसकी भी बचपन में बेशुमार ख्वाहिशात थी जो पूरी ना हो पाई, लेकिन छुट्टियों की ख्वाहिश पूरी हो जाती, और ये छुट्टियाँ जो बड़ी तिलिस्माती सीमित ही कर लगती वो आखिरकार आ जाती. आप लोगों ने बेटा नीचे ये ग्लॉसरी जो है वर्ड्स की, ये सब वर्ड्स और इनके मीनिंग्स, इनके सिनोनिम्स अच्छी तरह से प्रिपेयर करने हैं. उसके बाद लेसन को एटलीस्ट 2 times पढ़ना है आपने, ताकि आप इसको कम्प्लीटली कम्प्रीहेंड कर पाएँ. इसकी एक्सरसाइज और क्वेश्चन आंसर्स इंशाल्लाह हम अपने नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में जो है वो डिस्कस करेंगे. इट्स ऑल फॉर टुडे. अस्सलाम वालेकुम.